Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working, you've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. If you want to contact me or help me out via my Patreon, my link tree is down below for any of y'all. So, the book that I'm reviewing is called The Brothers by Stephen Kinzer. John Foster Dulles, Allen Dulles, and Their Secret World War. Basically, if you want to read a book about two men who, in my opinion, were evil personified, I don't care that Allen Dulles was considered a war hero in World War II, and I don't care that John Foster Dulles was a Christian. These two men shaped the world to the point that we are still feeling the ill effects of their stupidity to this day. And this explains all of that. So we're going to get into it. Look, if you don't know who the Dulles brothers are, you should really read this book. One eventually became the Secretary of State. The other became the head of the CIA. We are talking about men who worked together after World War II to make the world even more chaotic. That wasn't their intention. They wanted the world to worship the U.S. And I'm all for United States. I'm a former Marine. Well, okay, there's nothing former about it. I'm a jarhead. And these two made the world into something that Marines are necessary for. Instead of helping build up these countries that had been devastated by war, instead of actual diplomacy, these two did the exact opposite. And all for Christian values. You mean the fake ones? This was a Karen claiming to be Christian when it came to John Foster Dulles. And Allen Dulles was just a womanizing individual who thrived on getting as much power as possible. And they're associated with the Republican Party. They worked for both parties. Seriously, they worked within the government multiple times, and they were just as willing to work for a Democrat as they were for Republicans. So they might have voted Republican or whatever, but they were bipartisan in their efforts. So, yeah, there's more than just politics when it comes to these two. One of the ways that they helped shape the world, they helped turn Iran. They didn't help. Well, yeah, they kind of did. It's kind of hard to explain, but it is explained fully in the book, and it's more than just a simple explanation. But the short end of it is they took out the government in Iran and turned it into a totalitarian government, which led to the Ayatollahs taking over in the 70s. They hate us in that country. They've hated us in that country for a long time. And the Dulles brothers and what they did, yeah, that helped do it. And the instigators were the British, and the British are still with there diplomatically, but the U.S. did so much damage that, yeah. And there's other countries that are listed in this book. of how they damaged our diplomatic relationship with these nations. That's how bad they were. We're still feeling the effects, not to mention because of the banana wars, which was partially because of them. Uh, yeah, we had the banana wars, so that shaped Central America, plus they did something else in Central America. This is the kind of people that they were. It's one of the reasons that I am completely against Dulles Airport being named for the elder brother, Dulles, and why I think it needs to change. But this book covers all of that, except for the Dulles Airport needing to be renamed part. Now, look, there are a couple of times that I take a look at what Kinzer wrote, and I'm like, eh. But for the most part, this book is beyond amazing when it comes to giving you the facts. Well written book. I suggest you read it, especially if you want to understand how the world got shaped into what it is today. I can't recommend this book highly enough. This book is an amazing book. Like I said, there are a couple of parts that I'm just like, you're letting your politics ride. You don't even you can be apolitical. And when you start writing this book, you're like, unless you're just a complete mental midget, you realize that the damage that they caused to not just this country, but to the world needs to be explained. So this book does a good job of explaining it. In all honesty, I don't see how you could write another book on this subject. That's how good I think this book was done. So, good job, Mr. Kinzer. Thank you for this book, and I recommend this to people. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.